partnership that is happening here is terrific, and it's a prime example of that partnership between Albany and Saffron, and really marrying the community colleges with the needs of the advanced manufacturing workforce. This is having been to so many businesses in our state that are really doing some cutting edge advanced manufacturing work. These are good paying jobs where you need the right skills, and there's a real need for that in our state. So what's happening at this community college is an example of what we need to do more of. And so some of the efforts that I've been supporting in the Senate recently, I've been partnering with Chris Coons, who's a Democrat from Delaware, on this issue, and we introduced two bills. One's called focusing on creating 25 manufacturing universities. This has UNH's support, and really what it's designed to do is to focus our education on this problem of making sure that the education is married up with the workforce that we need, especially when it comes to advanced manufacturing. And the other one is called the Manufacturing Skills Act, which is a $100 million grant program. It's really taking, as we look at some of the training investments we're making in Washington, to allow those resources to flow to programs like this. Where at the local level, the grants are actually able to be used for the creative ideas that you come up here. So to understand whether it's partnership between the community college and a company like Albany Saffron to make sure that workforce is there to create those new jobs. And this is something that I think you'll see more of in Washington, and we need to do more with the resources that we're sending from the federal level to allow localities and states to come up with these creative ideas to have that 21st century workforce that we're going to need to compete.
Certainly workforce is one thing that I think we're both working on. Another area that's critical for our manufacturing companies in New Hampshire is the cost of energy. We are now having real challenges with energy costs in the state. It reminds me of when I was governor and we were dealing with the highest average electric rates in the country. I've been working with Rob Portman from Ohio on energy efficiency legislation, and I have several bills. Mara Alexander and I just introduced one around smart manufacturing technologies to try and help companies know what's available to them in terms of reducing their energy use, because energy efficiency is the cheapest, fastest way to deal with our energy needs. But we're having a debate in Washington right now that's really, I think, out front in terms of what our companies need if they're going to increase their ability to add jobs and continue to prosper. And that's a debate around trade. We need to make sure that our small and medium-sized businesses can get into international markets, because 95% of markets are outside of the United States. And one of the challenges we've got right now is with the EXIM Bank, the Export-Import Bank, which uses no taxpayer dollars, and yet it's due to expire at the end of this month. And when we talk about our aeronautics industry in New Hampshire, a lot of those companies not only benefit directly from the EXIM Bank because it helps finance their deals, but they sell to companies like GE and Boeing. Albany Engineering sells parts for airplane engines. They're in, I think, about 50% of the airplane engines that are produced today. And if they can't sell those engines into international markets, they're going to have trouble competing. So this is something that we've really got to push. Kelly and I are both on board with supporting reauthorization of the EXIM Bank, but unfortunately we've got some opposition in Washington to getting this done. And so it's one of the places where we've got to help our small businesses make sure that they